Yo, 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 and yo, what is going on, people? It's your boy Darnell Jordan at S Time Productions with another installment of Speak Everything into Existence. I'm hoping that y'all liking the new layout that I'm trying to do. Hopefully, it's a little bit more subtle and it makes a little bit more sense and not too overwhelming and busy. Don't mind me. I'm trying to bring this down so y'all can get a good bird's eye view of what I'm looking at here. All right. It's July 4th. Yeah. Moving on from that. For some of y'all who actually have seen my stuff, you already kind of know where my stance is at the moment about this. It's another, for me personally, it's just another day, cookout day, I guess. But we talk about America and its source of independence from England, where black people are trying to find a source of independence from racism and injustice. So y'all probably know where my priorities are in that regard right now. So yeah, that's where I stand. Breonna Taylor's killers are still out. We want justice for that. We want justice for the female sergeant, I believe, who was missing. We deserve justice for that. We deserve justice for still the continuing of police brutality that is happening throughout the country, and the brutality of racism and all that other part. So, yeah, I'm not straying away from this. This is a topic that needs to be discussed. I'm a black man in America. I don't care if I live out in a rural area, in a middle class town. I'm still black nonetheless. So let's get right into it. Today's topic, I called it specifically. Everything but culture. All right. So, by the way, as I go through this, as always, guys, if you got stuff y'all want to talk about, you guys got things in the comments you want to leave, feel free to talk to mention them. I want to hear y'all thoughts. I want to hear y'all opinions. I want to hear y'all rants if you need to. So do not shy away from this. we still got work to do here. So yeah, talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, the everything but culture. Um, Man, let me tell you. From what I keep seeing from entertainment industries and companies and all these other and just like and artists and entertainers and influencers and celebrity figures, that the one thing that I'm still not understanding, um, in regards of with everything going on, we keep seeing guys. By the way, leave comments and questions. I don't know if I mentioned that. We keep seeing this. What I call the everything but culture, where I kind of refer to it as we're literally getting all this, like, it seems like side mission stuff that's deferring away from the main mission. So it's kind of like what I consider the consolation prize, for our fight for social equality and um, for all people, right? So here's the thing I don't understand. We have companies just saying that we're just gonna write Black Lives Matter on um, in the middle of streets. Beautiful, great, happy for it. I'm all in for it. We have we got name changes happening right now with the Washington football team changing their name. So obviously you can see that's trans. It's blending in with other cultures as well, knowing that that's wrong too. Great for it. I'm happy for it. Absolutely. We have monuments being taken down that were part of racial, was part of racial and slavery. Jesus, people who just led in Confederacy for slavery. I'm all in for that. I'm all in for, and people getting opportunity. Here's the thing that I don't understand. It's just kind of a mixed feeling. Um, for some of the social and celebrity and actors and actresses and social media personalities who are um, talking about, make sure I'm not leaving, um, that are talking about, I'm retiring voice, I'm tiring my voice. As we got basically white actors and actresses saying that we no longer are going to take the voice of black characters, um, for certain parts, and that's fine. If you feel that way, that is what it is from there. Um, black voices of cartoon characters and things like that. Um, Here's the thing. There's two things I want to go through this. Number one, and most importantly, listen, everything is nice, but it's not what we want. It's not necessarily what the main goal is. We want police reform. We want uh, the stop of police brutality. We want justice for all people who've been killed. We want these people to be charged. We want these people to be sentenced. We want to be inclusive in everything that we do, so we have a fair share. We want to be equal. We want to be equal in society. We want to be free, as in actually free, and not feel like we have to walk around and worry about we're going to have the N word said to us in any given second. I just heard a friend of mine just talked about how she went to a bar at Monroe Ave with a couple white people thinking they can freely say the N word in front of them. That's got to stop. What also needs to stop is these people who are saying that they're sorry, they come late to the party, realize what they did wrong, said they did wrong. That's fine. That's one thing. And then you guys are taking a break. Listen, I get it. I understand it. Obviously, we were calling heavy for it, but here's the problem with that. In my opinion, for all the things that you said before that you're apologizing for, you still monetized and made money off of it. So where's that money going to right now? So it's easy to say I'm sorry when while I'm still looking at the check that still paid off my that I still have in my hand and the money that's in the back of my pocket. The damage was already been done. You monetized off of that already. So your apology kind of seems like a backhanded apology, kind of like a half baked apology, I should say. You still made money off of it. And listen, I know, and there's another thing I want to talk about too. I know the culture right now is very like we really want everything to happen quick. Obviously, it's got to be a growth thing. I need to know if there's going to be some genuine growth happening here from a lot of these artists and a lot of these artists, a lot of these actresses, and a lot of these people who've been these personalities that have been making content and basically taking advantage of our characterism, right? Our culture, right? And as well as many other cultures, Hispanic, Asian, Middle Eastern, so on and so forth, where we got the guy from Cleveland Brown to say he's officially retired after 20 years. So it took you 20 years to realize that your voice really wasn't the right fit for Cleveland Brown. Yeah, your money's speaking louder than your words right now. Jenna Marbles. Obviously, she's been overwhelmed with everything right now, and she decided to take a break off of YouTube. Good for her. I'm happy for her. I want to say happy for her. If she feel like she needs to take a break and she's trying to learn and grow from that, fine. I just need to know there's going to be some genuine growth from that. Obviously, there's a lot of work that needs to be done because the money that's coming in your pocket as you're sitting there in your nice home is obviously making up for the statements that you're making here. Okay, so don't come to us with the energy saying that oh, this, that, and the third. I'm sorry for it. I was not wrong. This is not blackface. I didn't really realize, and I just need to take a break. It's like, well, yes, take a break, take some time. If you need to learn, learn. You need to grow, grow. I want everybody to understand this. We want people to grow from what you guys from your existence, right? From the norm that's happened before. There's no going back to normal. We all need to do better. We all need to be more. We all need to be more equal. We all need to be more free. Like we need that right now. So don't expect everything just gonna go back to what it used to be. That's done. We need to stop that. Conversations that I'm having right now, I didn't have years ago. I'm at fault for that. I'm growing. I'm growing to learn more, to express more, to talk more about these things because these are more important topics into my life right now, regardless of where my status is right now. Because I could be, like I said, I've said this time and time again, I can walk out in the middle of the street and still be the next dude that could be dead. So take that into account. What else I wanted to talk about here? Hmm. You guys, your money is speaking louder than the statements that you're making. Um, you're, it's easy to say sorry when you've already benefited from something else. So, what are you going to do as part of your growth to move forward? And black people, we need to make sure that these people are actually going to grow and move forward, right? So, your actions will speak louder than your words. Do you start doing your donations? Will you start moving your money? My suggestion, and this is my personal opinion, for all of y'all who have taken a lot of that money that y'all have been monetizing from, I would suggest that you take a fair amount of percentages. And let's talk about specifically the people on YouTube. You're not making all this type of content. If you are, shame on you. But for some of those content stuff, take that money that you profited off of from that, put it towards some donations towards some people that need some help. Social injustice, Black Lives Matter movement, um, people for the LGBTQI plus community. Um, I'm really trying to do my best to say that very quickly. By the way, uh, you know, people who are homeless, black people who are being, just like put it towards some things. I would say if you for the people that you've done wrong and made those statements about that you feel like it was wrong, I would put money towards that. That's what I would do. So I don't benefit. So I know that I'm putting my money where my mouth is, right? So let's talk. Let's start talking about what we're gonna do and the sources of changes here. And I want people's suggestions in the comments about this. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are in regards to this. I know it's a um, I know everything right now is very unorthodox from what I'm doing, but what right now is actually normal, right? So, um, yeah, y'all. So keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. The everything but culture is real right now. Um, we need to obviously we've hold y'all selves accountable and y'all saying sorry about it, but are y'all gonna be willing to put in the work when the work needs to be done at the end of the day? Because we want to see the progress that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. Because me saying I'm sorry after I hit you and then I hit you again does nothing for no one. So don't expect me to feel like, oh, everything's all good when you literally just did the exact same thing afterwards. So your apology doesn't mean anything. Put towards the work. This is deeper, and a lot of people anticipate it, and y'all got to be ready for that. Y'all got to be ready for that. And um, if you guys need help, we'll be here to assist you. Um, Obviously, you guys got to take the initiatives to do the work though as well. Um, and that's the problem. That's the problem. Where's the growth? Where is the um, where is the genuineness and the humility and just the overall like evolvement, right? Where we're going to start when we're going to start evolving as people. Um, because because if you're going to go back and do the same thing that you did before, then you know we're going nowhere but just a straight plateau or going back to where we did before, which I would refuse to happen. So, like I said, it's all cute. Everything's all fine and dandy when we speak upon these things, but when the work really needs to be done, um, it's not gonna be one of those things where it's like uh, you can just say sorry and then fade out. No, step up because you can't just say sorry and then speak upon it one time and work. Like we want to see the progress, we want to see the growth, we want to see the change, we want to see the evolving. That's all we want to see. So the everything but culture, the changing the Washington Redskins name to another name, good. All the Black Lives Matter being painted on the streets, good. All the uh, people saying that they're sorry for all the stuff, good. But it's not enough because we're getting everything but. We want police reform. We want our voices to be treated. We want to be treated equal in society as actual human beings. Um, and but so I also here's something that I want to talk about real quick. So I posted a photo up where that was shared on my Facebook a couple today that literally had a chart of different fists, right? So there were, um, darker fists, lighter fists. There was a white fist and a couple darker shades of fists up to like my color of black and even darker. Um, that basically had a chart that says, here are the lives and then the essence of matters. And what they said is what some people think Black Lives Matter means is that they had the black fist higher than the rest of the hands, right? And then you have the other one where, um, hang on, let me see if I can copy the image. Yeah, let me see if I can show this to y'all because this is very important. Um, there it is. So there's that photo right there, right? What some people think Black Lives Matter, and then what Black Lives Matter actually means. So what y'all need to understand is this bottom row right here, right? This is what we mean by when we say Black Lives Matter. But our voices have to speak so loudly and so harshly that it ends up it ends up looking like this because frankly this hand and some of these other hands here are much higher than ours. That's a problem. That is a problem. And that's exactly what we're talking about when we refer to these things, right? That's exactly what we're referring to these things. And they people don't understand that. It's like, and that's the thing that people don't understand is that yes, we got to speak as loudly like it sounds like that, but that's not what it means. But y'all don't pay attention when we try to do it where it sounded the same way that it looked, and then nobody paid attention. So now we had to amplify ourselves because clearly there's a lot of hands that are higher than ours. So let's take that into perspective the next time when we try to have this discussion about what Black Lives Matter means, right? Stop giving us the cop outs. Stop giving us the consolation prizes. Give us what we deserve as human beings, as Americans, that you guys claim that y'all love us so much. Again, y'all love our culture. Y'all love our entertainment. Y'all love what we do for y'all. But y'all don't love us enough to fight for us to look at us as equals. So, um, y'all got to keep that up, man. Y'all got to keep, the fight never stops, y'all. The fight never stops. This is gonna be a short installment of Speak Everything into Existence. I don't have anything else to talk about. I just felt like that was just something on my mind on today, and I want to share it with y'all as we try to go through another year and to and continue to you know as we continue to fight another day for our social justice and equality. I'll leave y'all with this. Um, I made this statement earlier. July 4th, 1776, the 13 colonies claimed their independence and freedom from England, an event which eventually led to the formation of the United States. They claimed their independence and freedom. When we're trying to do that as African Americans to claim our own independence and freedom from the systemic racism, the social injustice, the police brutality, um, from the system that has been treating us so bad in our oppression. So uh, I won't look at July 4th the same way from this point forward until I can see those changes actually forming and happening. And then at that point, will I feel good about um, celebrating and putting up fireworks for this day with pride? Um, until then, uh, I will be raising my fist and celebrating Juneteenth much harder than this day. Um, because I deserve to have the same amount of freedom as my fellow friends and comrades. Um, because we all deserve this. Because we all deserve to be loved. We all deserve to be cherished. We all deserve to be valued. Thank y'all so much. Uh, again, um, leave comments and questions on anything you guys want to talk. You guys want to talk about in the comments of what I've said today. I hope this can help somebody, and hopefully we'll able to continue to grow, continue to invest, involve, and evolve ourselves. And as always, speak everything into existence. Thank y'all so much. Good night, everybody.